Welcome back, idiot fans. It's time to review the dumb, the foolish, and the outright idiotic as we determine who will bear the distinction of being this week's biggest bloody idiot. As usual, my name's Dave Donovan and I'm the host of this ill-conceived venture. First up, Emergency Management Minister Bridget McKenzie, the one who had previously resigned for pork barrelling, addressed the National Press Club this week and answered a question on pork barrelling.
That's an interesting claim from an independent who hasn't come clear on which side of politics he would support.
For those who may not know, Bridget has a great memory.
And in the seat of McEwen, we ran Andrew. It will come to me. But he runs a stock feed store in sorry, Madam Deputy President, I've been stock food store in a place starting with T, just down from Yea and Seymour.
Can you believe she gave that speech without notes? Which is precisely how she was able to explain the reasons we don't really need a federal ICAC.
We're not seeing that sort of systemic political corruption that you can see in other places.
Bridget McWhorter, you are a bloody idiot. Then there was Defence Minister Peter Dutton, who says Australia needs to reach the final frontier as he launched Australia's Defence Space Command. Thunderbirds are go! We have a pic of the logo here. That's it, that's the one. And here's Dutz explaining about the need to prepare for war with aliens and Nazi communist China or something.
The only way that you can preserve peace is to prepare for war and to be strong as a country, not to cower, not to be on bended knee and be weak. That's the reality.
Taking the illegal alien obsession a bit far, perhaps, Herr Dutton. Du bist ein Dummkopf. Treasurer Josh Frydenberg, meanwhile, since he doesn't have any policies of his own, has become just maybe a little tad obsessed with the policies of independent candidates.
They've learned from that and said we're going to conceal in the event of a hung parliament. And that's not good enough. The people of Kooyong deserve to know how they will vote. Deserve to know what are their policies on tax, what are their policies on infrastructure, what are their policies on defence, not the vibe of the thing, which is what they are all about with their slogans and with their billboards.
Pretty good vibe you got going on there, Josh. And here's MC Josh telling those independents how it should be done.
If you want to run for public office, don't run away from an interview or a debate. Don't run away from an interview and a debate.
We've placed an empty chair on the stage to mark Mr. Frydenberg's absence and to highlight our disappointment at his unwillingness to engage with you and be accountable to you, the voters of Kooyong.
You can't run away from this one, Joshy, you bloody idiot. And now, as a special treat, it's time again for our resident skirmishologist, Michelle Pini, here to tell us all about ScoMo's mojo.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Michelle. Great to have you on.
Thank you. So it's been a very exciting week for ScoMojologists everywhere, Dave. Last time, you may remember, we had our PM dabbling in hairdressing and creating the ScoBlow.
Well, you're very brave.
And also displaying his musical talent with the ukulele. Well, this week, our multifaceted Prime Minister has released a rap song.
A rap song?
Indeed. Here it is now.
Cold makes me hard. Cold makes me come. My dick is always hard to cold, and it's only getting harder. Cold makes me hard. Cold makes me come.
It's so good, Dave, that it actually hit number 1.
Well, Michelle, who doesn't get excited about fossil fuels?
But just because he's a badass, it doesn't mean our PM doesn't have any empathy, Dave, as many have suggested. In fact, he showed quite a lot of empathy for those who have been feeling the pinch lately, which is why he gifted Tasmania's Lark Distillery with a $4.5 million government handout.
What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor lying on board?
Mr. Speaker.
Is this because they had been doing it tough, what with, COVID pandemic and all that stuff?
It's actually run by a billionaire and also made a handsome profit during the pandemic. It's because, well, we can't have the price of boutique single malt whiskey going up.
Well, you know what I always say, Michelle? A loaf of bread is just a tragic story about a group of grains that never got made into a single malt. I'll drink to that.
And here's Scotty from marketing showing empathy towards the opposition leader who was in ISO with COVID.
Well, I'm looking forward to him rejoining the campaign. He's had a pretty quiet week. I remember when I was in ISO, I had a very busy week, attending quad summits and doing all those sorts of things.
Oh, come on.
But, Mr. Speaker.
And those whose wages haven't increased in 9 years, I believe.
The Labor Party runs around saying they can put up your wage. They can't do that. I'll tell you who can put up your wage. The business you work for, Mr. Speaker.
And the disabled, Mr. Speaker.
Jenny and I have been blessed. We've got 2 children that haven't had to go through that. And so for parents with children who are disabled, I can only try and understand. Mr. Speaker.
Here's a word or two from Scotty's fans.
Hey, I'm doing this before the election, mate, because this is 2 promises that you made. You know another promise that you made?
Okay, well, look, we've had quite a chat.
Hey, yeah, no, you've got to have an integrity commission. Hey, I've been to welfare rights, everything. You got the foxes looking after the hen houses.
Plus.
Tell the Prime Minister to go and get from Nelligan. We really enjoy doing this head.
Also, I think we have one more.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations on being the worst Prime Minister we've ever had.
That's quite a fan club. Is that it, Michelle?
You may have noticed him sampling some schlens from one of those whiskey distilleries.
Drink. Slide, here, lift your stein and drink your beer.
Mr. Speaker.
Blessed Scotty, whatever your name is. Scotty from marketing, that's the one. Once again, you're out, bloody idiot of the week.
Scott Morrison, bloody idiot of the week. Shocker. And that's it for another week. This episode was brought to you by the Betty Ford Clinic in Palm Springs and the Australian Parliament House Speaker. Hey, Mr. Speaker.
Anyone? Anybody want to do karaoke?
And once again, we've come to the end of another hilarious episode of Bloody Idiot of the Week. Big thanks to our idiotic hosts, Dave Donovan and Michelle Pini, for, well, being complete idiots. While you're at it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Independent Australia YouTube channel, and share the heck out of it. Also coming up is some information on how you can support Independent Australia, with money or telling people about it, or, whatever you want to do, really. Don't let us stop you. Bye!
What are you doing here? The video's finished. Oh, you wanna subscribe or donate to Independent Australia? Well, you can do that here. This is how you subscribe. And if you want to donate, then, the more zeros, the better. This is the way you do that. Catch you later. That's it.